today I'm going to show you how to make authentic Ghana Eto, a traditional dish prepared with rye, plantain, palm oil, onions, and pepper. Etto is not just food, it's culture. It's served at birthdays, naming ceremonies, and special occasions, often with boiled yams, groundnuts, and avocado. This is one of my favorite meal or recipes. Trust me, you're going to love it as well. So all you have to do is to wear your apron and let's start cooking. First of all, I'll wash my ripe plantains very well to remove any dirt. You want them yellow with a few black spots, soft and sweet, but not overripe plantain. So one thing to get perfect at all is if your ripe plantain is very ripe but not soft, you can add in one green plantain just the way you see it on your screens right now. So these three are a little bit ripe, and so I needed to balance it with some green one. And these are not only the plantains that I'll be using about 8 or 7 of them, so kindly note it. After washing the plantain, peel the plantains and cut them into your preferred size and shapes. Now we're going to continue cutting and peeling the plantain until everything is nice and ready. At this point, I want to also use this opportunity to thank all my returning subscribers and new video members right here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for liking my videos, sharing, and also commenting on my videos. I am very grateful. Thank you so much. Now we're going to place them in a saucepan, and I also add in some koobi or sauteed fish. You can as well omit it if you don't want it. Okay, now let's add in some pepper and some eggs as well. Add in a pinch of salt, enough water, cover and allow it to cook. For the pepper, you can choose not to cook it. You can blend it freshly and you are good to go. Now let's add in enough water, cover and allow it to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's soft. While the plantains are cooking, let's go ahead and prepare our pepper and onion mixture. So to my asanka or apotoyowa, I'll go in with some fresh onion and also some fresh scallions as well. Add in a bit of salt to taste. Grind very well until it's very smooth. Alright, so now it's very smooth, so let's go in with some peanut paste. Kindly feel free to use any peanut of your choice. We're going to grind it as well, but traditionally I was supposed to go in with the pepper before the peanut paste, because as soon as you go in with the peanut paste, the pepper becomes very difficult to grind, so kindly note it. Now let's grind until all is nice and well incorporated, then we proceed to add in the pepper. At this stage, if you haven't still given this video a thumbs up yet, what are you waiting for? Kindly give this video a thumbs up and also do share this video to your lovely friends and family so they get to see this amazing and inspiring recipe as well. Thank you so much for doing that. Now the pepper is nice and very soft, so we're going to remove it together with the koobi because we don't want the koobi to get very soft. Now the plantain is also not ready, so we're going to cover again and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes more. Now let's return to the boiled peppers. Traditionally, the peppers are placed in a wooden mortar or an asanka. This is where patience comes in. We grind slowly, just the way you see it on the screens right now, pressing and turning until the peppers break down into a smooth paste. So moving forward, we're going to add in the roasted momoni or fermented fish. You can also replace the momoni with some koobi and that will be fine. Grind until everything incorporates beautifully. Take your time, you don't need to rush this process. Now our plantains are very soft right now. We're going to drain out the water and also place the eggs in a cold water. Next, we're going to gradually pour the palm oil with some onions and let it fry on medium heat until it's nice and very fragrant. This takes about 1 to 2 minutes and it should be ready. Now we're going to add the boiled plantain to the asanka and grind it alongside with our pepper, groundnuts, onions and momoni. Mash together, pounding and turning until the plantains breaks down. The pepper mix is evenly giving the Etto a subtle spicy flavor. Keep working until you have a very smooth consistency. Now gradually pour the palm oil to the mashed plantain until you have a very rich golden orange color. Don't forget as well to add in more peanut paste to enhance the flavor and the taste of this Etto. Taste and adjust with a little salt if needed. The Etto should be moist, smooth and filled with flavor. As you can see, it is coming together perfectly fine, and that's what I am looking for. Trust me, I love groundnut in Etto, and so I'm going to add in more until I get to my preferred taste that I'm looking for. Now we're done mashing the plantain and everything is looking absolutely perfect, just the way I am looking for. All that is left is to gently place some koobi on the side, add some eggs as well, also sprinkle over some groundnuts. Let's also go in with some leftover palm oil and the fried onions. Finally, I top it with a handful of fresh chopped scallions or spring onions, which add a bright green freshness and a pop of flavor. These garnishes don't just make the Etto beautiful, they complete the dish with layers of traditional taste and aroma. There you have it, authentic Ghana Eto, ready in minutes but filled with tradition and culture. I hope you're going to try this recipe, and I'll be very glad to read all your amazing comments down below. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and see you in my next upload. Bye.